Wilson Morales, Black Film and TV. Hey, Jamie, how's it going?
I'm good, Wilson. How are you, man?
Good. So what goes into playing a character as complex as Ritter? We don't know whether or not he's good or evil, but the film will tell you all. Does the film tell you everything about him?
Listen, I think there's a journey that the character goes on. I would say Stefano, our director, gave me a very specific note at the front before we started shooting, which was, I just never want to know what you're thinking, ever. And I think that's true to kind of Clancy form, right? Like there's so many of these characters that you're going, it's intrigue. There's clandestine business going on. These are people, bureaucratic people in DC kind of behind these curtains, pulling strings and things like that. So, and it's actually weirdly more difficult to do, I think, because you're always, as an actor, I think you're always wanting to telegraph to audiences what they should be thinking or what they should be feeling. So to kind of ignore that and try and actually take that away from them kind of is counterintuitive to what actors usually do. So it was a challenge for me, but I loved playing this character. I loved his complexity and ambiguity.
What came to you first, the books or the movies?
Movies, Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger are movies that I weirdly grew up on because they feel like kind of like, dad movies, like dusty dad films. But I really enjoyed those movies as a kid. So to see this, to read this script, to see how they're kind of bringing Clancy, dusting off the IP and kind of bringing it forward and reflective of what 2021 should be. It felt very important to kind of be a part of that because it's cinematic legacy. Clancy is cinematic legacy,
Mm-hmm. This is the second time you're working with Michael. Obviously, it's a totally different franchise if this movie should go forward with another film. How was it working with him this time and establishing that chemistry that we see within your characters on screen?
I'll be honest, we worked with each other a while ago, right? I think it was like 2014 or something like that. And in the interim, and in the intervening years, Michael has become a global superstar. I mean, a fantastic actor, an action star. He's been in huge movies. And I think that the fear with that, when you know someone, is that when you work with them again many years down the line, that they're going to be completely different, or they're going to change, or they're going to be more demanding, or they're going to be, less about the craft and more about other things. What I was so enamored by in this movie was just how much he's doubled down on his dedication, how driven he is as an actor, how he lifts people up around him. And how he's done it on his own, with his own identity. He's a producer on this film, and I was so reassured that that the same Michael was still there because this game and this business can really change people, but he's in it for the right reasons, and I loved going to work every day with him on this because we have a real. Not hatred for each other, but there is something that we do not agree with at all in this movie, and that it was really fun playing with that.
Mm-hmm. Before I let you go, what goes into saying yes? If you can give me a quick answer to what makes you say yes to projects you take?
I think that's probably FedEx at the door. What makes me say yes? Directors, the script, the characters. That more than anything, as long as I can be saying something with the part that might not necessarily be on the page, that's huge to me. That's really important.
Mm-hmm. Jamie, it's good seeing you. I'll see you obviously as you continue to do more projects.
Thank you. I appreciate your time, man. Thank you.
Take care.
Appreciate it. Let's go see what this is.